Hey, YouTube. I actually have nothing to say at this point. I want you to watch the following video. If you want the full video, there is a link in the description, although I will say you're not missing anything. The only thing I cut out was the ending, which is just the Dexter theme for some reason. And I just cut it out because I didn't want DMCAs for some stupid reason to get involved, or YouTube to be twats, or anything like that. Anyway, let's just watch this fucker, shall we?
Greetings, YouTube. This is Tango, formerly known as DixieComic. In this video is yet another one aimed at Terry, also known as Nuclear Knight, Irameth Purr, etc., and her little cronies. Apparently, because of a couple of tweets in a video made by RHPS Magenta, you guys have been in a huge tizzy, claiming stalking and all sorts of silliness. I'm not disappointed with your actions. I expected exactly what you're doing to happen. What I am disappointed in is the actions of those that were supporting Magenta at first and have now backed away like cowards. I'm not going to name names, but you know who you are. It's one thing to back a friend in secret, but it's another whenever, on the other hand, you tell them in public to not do this or what have you, even though you secretly support their actions. That's rather cowardly in my book. Now, Terry, nowhere have I seen or heard of... Greetings, YouTube. This is Tango, formerly known as DixieComic. In this video is yet another one aimed at Terry, also known as Nuclear Knight, Irameth Purr, etc., and her little cronies. Apparently, because of a couple of tweets in a video made by RHPS Magenta, you guys have been in a huge tizzy, claiming stalking and all sorts of silliness. I'm not disappointed with your actions. I expected exactly what you're doing to happen. What I am disappointed in is the actions of those that were supporting Magenta at first and have now backed away like cowards. I'm not going to name names, but you know who you are. It's one thing to back a friend in secret, but it's another whenever, on the other hand, you tell them in public to not do this or what have you, even though you secretly support their actions. That's rather cowardly in my book. Now, Terry, nowhere have I seen or heard of Magenta wanting to fight you or do anything as middle schoolish as that. She's merely taking you up on your offer to come and say it to your face. I've seen a few of your videos where you've said this at the end. If you have a problem with it, come say it to my face. And she has the ability to do so. Do you want to know where she got that ability? From me. I found you. I found your name. I found your address. See, the problem, Terry, is that you've been dealing with people who like to take the moral high ground. Those who are not willing to stoop to your level to achieve their aims. Well, that is until me. I have no problem with abandoning the moral high ground and getting down to your level, or lower if need be. So, here's my little offer to you, Terry. You can take it or leave it however you wish. I want you to make an apology video to Rith, saying that you're sorry for the stress that you caused him, and also to apologize to the YouTube community at large for cheapening the words rape and rapist and using it as a weapon against other people who don't deserve it. 2, I want you to rein in your dogs, namely Doll Snatch and Ujamaa Flipper. Put them on a leash. Otherwise, every pervert and Sex Fiend on the West Coast will have your name, your address, and one of the three local addresses that I think are your place of work. I'll let them play friggin' travel roulette. See, Terry, I don't give a fuck what the rest of the YouTube community thinks of me. Oh, by the way, also, your address goes out to all these little assholes, that I'm going to send them to. If this video or this channel gets flagged by anybody, I'm going to assume it's you, Doll Snatch, possibly Diana Boston, or Jama Flipper. If this video or this channel gets flagged for this video, then I'm holding you responsible, and I'm going to disperse your address to every creepy chat room I can find. And if you ask my friends like Mr. Soprano 0125 or Edible Napalm, Rith Randall, RPS Magenta, DevShell 2, they'll tell you exactly what kind of creepy fuck I am. What kind of sick, twisted person I can be when provoked. So if you do this, if you do as I ask, then you have nothing to worry about. However, if you decide to either ignore me, or attack my friends, or flag this channel down, or if any of your little sycophants do the same thing, your address and name, full name, real name, not the alias that you have on your Facebook and what have you. I found your real name. It wasn't too hard. Yeah, those are going to go out to every sick fuck on the West Coast. You have until Friday morning, to comply. Have a good evening.
I have been informed by someone that I do trust that DixieComic has been convinced to take the video down. Apparently he's hoping that Terry just wouldn't notice it and it would all blow over. We all know the internet doesn't work like that. I'd like you guys to consider Terry's position for a moment. What if this guy follows through with it? He still has all this information. What if he follows through with it? A week, 2 weeks, a month later? After this is all blown over, after the videos have disappeared from the hard drives, after this memory has disappeared from the internet down the memory hole, is anyone going to believe Terry when she tells you what's happened to her? Everyone's going to ask, well, where's this video? Why didn't you save this video? But, anyway, and to anyone who says, oh, well, this guy, he changed his mind and it's just a mistake and she's being a bitch for going after him, I want you to consider that this guy scripted the video. He devised the scheme. Did a couple of takes. He picked the pictures, picked the music, hit the render button, watched the little bar go across the screen as the video was rendered. He spent tons of time looking up Terry's personal information, stuff I don't even know. Consider the commitment it takes to do something like that. This isn't something like, oh, I just made a mistake and I got angry and I said something off the cuff. No. This is conscious. He was convinced not to go through with it. I think mostly because of the backlash. The last thing I want to say is regarding the people he addressed as friends. Now, I do want to state from the get-go that I am not necessarily accusing you of being his friend. He is. If I were in your position, I would not want your name attached to this person in any way, shape, or form. And I know one person on that list, Napalm, I trust. I don't think he would call this person a friend. I think if he saw that video, he would drop him like a hot coal. I mean, whatever problems you've had with Terry, I mean, I'm sure you don't want any part of this. But of course, to Mr. Soprano, I don't know. I don't know anything about him. I've been told he's a troll. I honestly just haven't been paying attention to the troll community that often, unless it comes up. And of course, to Magenta, I don't expect anything. A link in the description to a video detailing her activities. But this is kind of interesting, me saying this. To DevShell and Rith, I'm not going to bother making the moral argument here. For one, it would just seem like slime coming from me, from your eyes anyway. I do recognize that you have reason to hate me, and from my perspective, I have reason to hate you guys. That said, your friends might not get around to telling you this, going through all the moral reasons. So maybe you can hear this from an enemy. Do you really want your name attached to this? And if it is, that this is something that I will remember. This is something that we will remember. This is something that... yeah. You know, I mean, I'm not asking for much. I'm not asking for a cessation of hostilities or anything like that, or to admit that you were wrong or anything. All I'm asking is, you know, come on camera and say, yeah, I fucking hate that fat, drunk piece of shit SardonicSkeptic, and fuck that cunt Terry, but you know what, I don't want anything to do with DixieComic. This is too far. This is disturbing. This is illegal. This is a crime, and I am not a criminal, and I hope DixieComic gets what's coming to him. Yeah. And I am holding myself to the same standard here. I know some of you are going to say, well, how can you... what if someone just used your name and did this? How would you react? Your enemies asking for a denial of it. You know what? If that has happened, I want to know. If someone is dropping my name and doing terrible things, I need to know that. Yeah. SardonicSkeptic. I'm out. Bye.